Hi there, my name is Professor Stewart. Welcome to English 1220, Introduction to Poetry. Today we will be talking about the course syllabus. So be sure to take a look at the course syllabus. The PDF version is typically more up to date than maybe the screencast will be, so be sure to check that out. But with no further ado, let's jump right into things. Again, this is English 1220, Introduction to Poetry. We will be analyzing and reading poetry this semester. Keep in mind, this is not a writing workshop. We'll be reading and writing about poetry. The textbook we'll be using is Kelly Siegel Book of Poems. The 4th edition is the newest edition. You can rent copies, find cheap copies online. I think if you're interested at all in poetry, I think it's a good book to own. So I don't think you should feel bad about spending $12-15 on it. It's pretty affordable, pretty small, compact edition. Next up, we are going to look at technological requirements. Remember, this is a remote course, so you need to manage your time wisely, keep up with due dates, check your email daily. There's a week, a few days to a week to complete work, and so get it done when you can, but it's important to get things in on time. For technology, you will need to have an active Gmail address in order to access Google Drive, Google Docs, and Google Slides. We'll be using all of. You need the ability to navigate Blackboard, which is our course website, and as I said, you need to be sure to check your CCRI email pretty regularly. Okay. I won't be reading everything here, but I definitely welcome you to read through the PDF in that left-hand panel at your leisure. Now, whenever you do send me an email, again, my email is, I have a CCRI email and a Gmail. Typically, the CCRI email is a good email to reach out with general questions, and then the Gmail is more of a work to share work with that address. Make sure you include a subject heading, identify which class you're in, open with a greeting, end with a closing, check your spelling and grammar. All these details are really important. Typically, if I get sort of a frantic email with no context, or your employer gets that type of an email, it's a little harder to process and understand. And so just kind of take your time, include all those details there, and you'll be good. Be sure to read assignments carefully before reaching out to me. Again, I have students who say that they didn't see something or didn't check their email, and be aware that's not a very good excuse. Also note that emails that you may send to me on weekends, holidays, or late at night I will reply to you as soon as I can, but you may need to be a little patient on that. Okay, and so let's move on to, we have a few links here if you need to see some resources, the CCRI resources. But let's move on to due dates. So due dates are important, especially for a remote class. We have all written assignments must be submitted by the time and date they're due. I will accept work up to 1 week late, but not beyond that. So if your work is late, your grade will be reduced by a half a letter grade. And after 1 week, the grade will be posted as an F. There's no makeup work. There's no extra work to make that up. So you got to get it done. If ever you have a difficulty, reach out as soon as you can to let me know about it. The final research paper will not be accepted late. Grading, you'll see that the general participation, which is sharing chapter summaries from the textbook to my Gmail Blackboard assignments are all 25%. The final research paper, 25%. You'll have 2 response papers, 10% apiece, 3 poetry term slideshows, add up to 15%, and then our poetry project, which will be you will develop a screencast like this, a podcast, or a video project, and those are that project is 15%. Okay, be aware that poetry may contain adult themes, and so please reach out to me if you have any difficulty with these. We could always try to find a substitute assignment. So let's take a look at grading. Again, there's no A+ at CCRI. A is the top grade, and I submit grades throughout the semester. You'll be able to follow that in your course grade column in Blackboard under My Grades, and you'll see the number grade very regularly updated, so you'll always know how am I doing at this point. At the end of the semester, I will convert that to a letter grade, and this is how I do it. And that's what gets submitted as your official grade. The written work that you submit, the response papers, chapter summaries, all need to be submitted in MLA style, which you can see some details here, and we'll have some details at Blackboard. Writing resources, please reach out and use the Writing Lab. There's the phone number. They're operating remotely right now. Academic accommodations. If you are a student veteran, please let me know. Let your teachers know. If you are a National Guard, you get drills, called up to duty, please let your teachers know at the beginning of the semester of your situation, and then if something comes up, then we'll already have that. We'll already know about that, so that's a good thing. And if you have an accommodations form, I do receive those through email, but please reach out if you have any other details to add to that. Academic integrity, which means do your own work, and you should be proud of it. If you're a B student, a C student, do the best you can, and if that's where you're at right now, that's great. But if anyone is caught copying, pasting work, using other students' work, using old work, then you will be, the grade will reflect that. Okay, so just do your own work for this class. Again, you can read the details there. Verification of enrollment. At the beginning of the course, there will be a assignment that shows that you are here and accounted for, and you'll see here is the at the top here, you're going to essentially read the syllabus and or watch the screencast and respond to that. So that is going to be you saying I agree to all the terms of the syllabus, and that ensures your place in class. If I do not receive that verification of enrollment assignment by the second week, then you will be dropped from the class. Right, and finally is the course outline. The course outline is subject to change. I set it up with a hopeful sort of timeline, but sometimes we either get behind or ahead, or I substitute poems, things like that, depending on what I'm reading and what I want to talk about in class. And so let's take a quick run through. Again, I'm not going to go through everything. You'll see in the blue here are submissions and work to do, and then you'll see in the purple are things to watch, and the black are things to read. So keep in mind that Blackboard is the place you're going to see what is due and when. Okay. In this course outline is what I hope to do. So you're welcome to look here to see what type of work is going to be assigned, but let's say you get behind by a week, don't complete the work from the syllabus, complete the work that's as it's posted in Blackboard. You'll see we have these poetry term slideshows that you'll be completing for the first few weeks. We go essentially in chronological order, starting with after we discuss like what is poetry. Then we go back to the British Romantics in the 18th century, forward to the American Romantics in the 19th century, Emily Dickinson and Walt Whitman, and then we jump into the more contemporary poetry. We have the Harlem Renaissance, and then you'll see we have our poem project. As I said, this will be a combination of response paper 2 and some sort of a digital project that you'll present on a single poem, and we'll have a lot more resources coming on that. Again, more contemporary stuff here, and then the final project is a final research paper. There's no final exam, but that final research paper will be your ability to put everything together that you've learned in here. Okay, so that's basically the work we'll be doing. You'll note that in each unit folder, I'll open unit folders each week, and typically we'll have work due on a Tuesday and a Thursday each week. And note that we have the verbs in bold here to tell you what you need to do. I have things numbered, so I try to keep it as neat and organized and clear and direct as possible. So some students like to print it out. For me, I like to have a piece of paper in front of me in case there's not a computer nearby. Keep in mind that Blackboard, the computer desktop version, is a little better than the remote version. So if you have Blackboard app on your phone, I've had students not see things on their remote version. So please, at least once a week, check in on a computer and make sure you're seeing everything. You may see occasionally the side panel disappears on you, which makes it a little neater and easier to read here, but you'll see this arrow show up, and that's going to open it up for you. So we have all of our resources here. Please go in and kind of get comfortable with those. Again, here's the syllabus. Here is where each week the unit folders will open up there. Okay, so that is the English 1220 course syllabus screencast. I thank you for listening, and you have a great day.